that can be negative too. The cutoff determines where the frequency moves. And like I said, resonance determines the peak. So that's a band pass. You know, I like low pass. So that's my favorite. And then the nice thing is it's got built-in distortion. The problem is if you try to run distortion before, you're going to mess up your envelope, your dynamic. So distortion built in gives you okay, so the other thing, like I said, that I like is the octave. And this is again falls under kind of the analog. So there's my normal going through. Right here. There's one octave back. So that's a rectified signal. I can mix that into the normal. And I can mix in an octave down. I should start with a higher note. an electro-harmonics pedal called the bass microsynth that
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
is similar. I got one last year. It's nice. It does regular, octave up, octave down, and then fuzz, which is on the regular. And then it has an envelope generator built in, and that, when connected up, that will do a sweep. And then the nice thing it has that I don't have with this is it will do a envelope modifier, which is kind of like the opposite. It's kind of like a compressor slope, an attack decay modifier. So it will purposely alter the dynamics of the effect such that it decreases the attack time. So it'll kind of fade in. And that's a nice thing. The thing I miss is that it doesn't have the octave, octave and a half, So if you play these pedal and then that one's got the envelope generator, which is great, but it doesn't have as many controls over the octave, Now this is another pedal that kind of combines them into the same thing. This is a bass synthesizer. So it's got a sensitivity control, So you can set what it responds to, and then you got a frequency sweep knob. So whereas the microsynth has like a start and a stop frequency, and so if you wanted to go rising, you do start and stop, and then if you wanted to go falling, you do start and stop like that, This just has a frequency range, but then has a resonance, which is, narrow or wide, and then a lever. And then the decay on it is either slow or fast. So that's fast, and slow is good. And it's actually got a couple different synthy sounds. It's made for bass. I like to use it on bass, but the nice thing about it is some of them use a triggered sweep. So they have the envelope, when it passes the threshold, it triggers a sweep and does a fixed sweep. This has something like that, but it's also very touch sensitive. That if you're playing quiet, and then as you play louder, it sweeps more and more of the frequency range. So you can like treble up. Get it to sweep further. It's actually a lot easier to demonstrate on bass because it's easier to plug. Oh, compressor tone. If I play quietly, it doesn't sweep as much. No, proof that the compressor works. Okay, so I think we've covered a number of them. Now we move on to time-based ones. So we've got the chorus, the flanger, a few other things. So again, here's my favorite, the PD companded chorus. And in this case, companded is like what I was talking about before with the telephone network, where they did a compression expansion. They did that in this pedal just to reduce the range you need for the delay check. So they companded it to 12 bits and then they expanded it. Compressed it to 12 bits, expanded it back later. So although it's called the companded chorus, the companding really, I don't think, has a significant effect on the effect.